Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about The Festival. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't know anything about the film, and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
This is the best night of my life!
So The Festival stars Joe Thomas as Nick, who you may know from Fresh Meat and The In-Betweeners. In The Festival, Nick has recently just been dumped by his girlfriend, and his friend Shane takes him to Glastonbury Festival to try and cheer him up a bit. And as it is a music festival, they get into the kind of stuff that you'd imagine they'd get into: sex, drugs and music, not exclusively in that order. So the first thing I want to talk about is Joe Thomas's performance. Though I haven't seen him in many things, he always tends to play the same kind of character. If you've seen him in Fresh Meat and The In-Betweeners, you've pretty much already seen him in this movie. While he isn't completely unentertaining to watch, you do start to think that he is pretty much just a one-note kind of actor. And unfortunately, his performance in this movie doesn't really help him shed that image either. But as for Joe Thomas's character in the movie, he's just such an introvert and such a selfish person that it's just hard to root for him or find any entertainment with his character. At the start of the movie, his girlfriend calls him selfish, and at first I'm thinking, how is he being selfish in this situation? You're breaking up with him. But as the film progresses, you just see how much of a selfish person he is. But like I say, it doesn't make his character completely unwatchable. It's just, like I say, hard to root for him when he's just such an introvert. So the first thing I found funny about this movie was that Joe Thomas's girlfriend in The Festival, played by Hannah Toynton, also played his girlfriend in The In-Betweeners. That actually brings me to the next part I want to talk about, the comedy in the movie. To call this film a full-blown comedy, I think, is a bit of a misrepresentation, because while this film does have quite a few funny moments, the underlying tone of this movie isn't really all that funny. I mean, there are certainly like one or two scenes that are really genuinely funny, but for the most part, this film is overtaken by cringy humour. Not in the sense that this is bad humour by any means, but it's the kind of humour that is designed purely to make you cringe. And while it is effective, it does come to a certain point where it's like, it's getting a bit much now. And I also found the misunderstanding comedy to fall quite flat at a lot of times. I mean, don't get me wrong, misunderstandings are one of the funniest things in comedy, but with this film, the misunderstandings feel very forced. It's supposed to be a case where you can really see it from both sides, but with this film, it's really more you just see it from Joe Thomas's character's perspective, and everyone else in this film is just being intentionally misunderstanding. I mean, I guess it is what the film is going for, but it does become quite unrealistic about how much people misunderstand him. And this film does get a bit outlandish at some points, but for the most part, this is quite a bit more tame than I thought it would be. Don't get me wrong, this film did go there in a lot of places, but I expected just a bit more from it. Overall, guys, this movie isn't exactly bad, it just isn't really all that great either. The comedy's fine, it just doesn't really do anything new, and overall, this is just a mediocre kind of movie. As for going to see this movie, it is okay, but I can't really recommend that you should go see it because it's not really all that special. Okay guys, that's my review of The Festival. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite music festival movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!